give us a second while we're getting everybody else up and going. Should only take a second. Okay. Alright. Okay, give me a second here. Go live. Whoops. I think we are good on everything. Live. Okay. Alright. Everybody, I am Jeffrey Jansen. Thank you all for joining us today. Today is January 20th, 2021, or 2022. We're going over the things throughout the week of how to make ourselves better, getting prepped for June 1st, when we will put everything into action. Hope everybody's doing it good today. If you can give me a quick thumbs up to make sure that everybody can see me, everybody can hear me okay. One thumb that you can see me, double thumbs if you can hear me okay. And the comments so that I know that you're on board, and so they know, please put your name in the comments. And like I said, we're going to get started. If you remember correctly, what we started with on Monday, we started with our why. The why is the biggest thing that we could write. And if you remember correctly, I wanted everybody to write out different things about their why. Okay? So that's what we started out with. Today we're going to go with what. Okay? What it is that we want, and then we're going to take and we're going to pull apart our whys just a little bit. And the reason why is because we have to do and use things that are actually doable and achievable. In order to have something that's doable and achievable, we have to break it apart also. So as far as today goes, today we're going to be working on our what. Okay? And how the what goes is like this. Okay, so we started out with why. And now today we're going to do with what. W-H. Part about my handwriting is not the greatest, which I apologize for. There you go. W-H-A-T. I'm going to redo this in just a minute, so give me a second. I'm not really... Okay? It says what. In case you're trying to figure out what that says, it says what. I don't like that any more than anybody else does, so let me rewrite this, okay? Hold on. So we're going to get started into it right away, and then we'll redo some of our readings, and we'll get some of the other stuff done today. But, there we go. Alright, so today we're working on what? Monday we worked on why, today we're working on what? Okay? What is it we need to do? W, H, A, T. There we go. Put a circle around it, because then we'll put some bullet points. Alright, so now we're working on our what? What is it that we need to do? What is it we're trying to go after? What is it we want to be? Now, first off, I want to tell everybody that you matter every day, okay? And I actually do truly mean that. You know, if you actually mean to people, and you actually are honest with them, and you let them know that they mean something, and that they matter, and that who they are makes a difference, it'll help you with your life getting what you want. You help enough people get what they want, then you'll get what you want, okay? And sometimes it's not about what we want, it's about what we need. So that's where we're going to start today. Is we're going to start out with what we need, okay? Everybody wants to know the secrets of success. Everybody wants to know those little shortcuts. My thing to you is there is no such thing as shortcuts. You know, people that have luck, I don't know if a lot of you guys know this or not. When people win the lottery, yeah, they won the lottery. Did you know that 98% of anyone that wins the lottery loses everything? Because they do not know how to do financing. They don't know how to manage their money. They do not know the difference of what taxes are and, you know, the IRS and stuff like that. So the whole thing is, whenever you're wanting something, first off, you need to know what the need is, you need to know what the want is. Today we're going to put down what that takes to get it, okay? So, in the side of the what, okay, we've already got our why. The why is part of the what. And everybody's like, what does that have to do with anything? Trust me and listen to what I'm trying to say. You need to know what it is you want. What is it that you're going after? What is it you want? Okay? What is it that you want? Okay, that's the first thing. The next one you're going to go to put out of here is what is it that you need? What? What do you need? Okay? Need and want are two completely different things. And I know you guys like bored and everything else. You know, like a trucker that's on the road driving, okay? If you're a truck driver and you're on the road driving and you make $2,000 a week, and basically that is going to be at your net, so how much money are you putting in fuel? How much money do you have to put into upkeep? How much money goes into your insurance? How much money goes into your LLC every single year? You have to know all these little bitty tricks in order to figure out exactly what it is you want, you need, and what's going to take place, okay? So in other words, you may get $2,000, but by the time you're done, you may only walked away with $300. Why? Because you're forgetting to put in all the expenses, okay? What it is the what sometimes is the most important. First, you gotta have a why. Why are you doing what you do? Great. The why is established. The why is going to keep you on course. But the what, now that is going to keep you in the details. So in other words, what do you need? What do you want? Why are you doing it? How? Okay? How are you doing it? Okay? Who are you doing it with? Who are you doing it with? Who are you doing it for? Okay? Where? Where are you doing it? And the where. Okay? So it's funny is because every time somebody wants to know something, the reason why we don't see anything is because we don't go over the basics. Well, that's what we're going to do, the basics. Up until June 1st, we're doing the basics. Okay? So, also, you need to know what it is you read. Read what it is you watch. Okay? And what are you willing to do to make it happen? That's the key. What are you willing to do to make it happen? All right. Can you see that? Are you willing? What are you willing to do to make it happen? Now, these are all important, and believe it or not, it's something that actually takes a matter of milliseconds in our head whenever we're looking at something to get it done and done completely the right time. Doesn't matter where you're at in the world, doesn't matter what country you're in the world, okay? Me, I deal in legal, I deal in oil, I deal in stocks, bonds, different types of trading. You know, I deal with a lot of different things. And I have friends that are in network marketing, from selling candles to selling products to selling insurance to selling legal to helping truck drivers, helping military. I got friends that own trucking companies. I got friends that are owner-operators and stuff, okay? So what I do is I take everything that they did to become successful and what it is, the very fit things they need to understand what's going on. If you want to become an owner-operator, then you're going to have to understand and you're going to have to be able to manage, like, time, money flow. You're going to have to know what insurance is. You're going to have to know what the rules of the road are. All kinds of things. You're going to have to get an LLC, and you got to understand that no longer is somebody else paying your fees. You have to pay your own fees, okay? So if you're looking as an owner-operator to take on another driver, how much does that driver get compared to what you're getting, and is it worthwhile to bring on another driver? Or if you are in sales, how many sales do you need to make in order to be profitable? And what are you willing to do to make the sales, okay? I have so many times that so many people tell me, well, I'm not into sales. I don't do sales. Well, you know what? I also see you failing at everything. I also see that every time you do something, the second that you actually have to do what the job requires, you're not willing to do. I see so many people that get told no one time, and the first thing they do is they go crying to mom and like, oh my God, I can't do this, okay? But to believe it or not, you've been told no so many times in your life, you don't even realize that everything is a sale. Everything is about time management. Everything is about money management. And everything is about being able to get to those no's to get to the yeses every single time. And by June 6th, you need to be able to pick up a phone and talk to a friend or family member. How many of you guys ever seen a really good movie? You know, maybe people seen Top Gun, and we got Top Gun 2 coming out. Maybe some people have seen, like, The Great Outdoors, or, you know, maybe there's some cult classics out there, you know, all the new Marvel movies and stuff. How many times did you go see it, and somebody hadn't seen it, and you said, oh, you got to go see that movie? Well, guess what? You were excited about that movie, or you were excited about a concert that came into town, or you were excited about a new television show. Me, I like The Blacklist. I tell people, oh, man, you got to watch The Blacklist. This is awesome. That doesn't mean everybody's going to like it. But guess what? I went out and told everybody about it. That's free advertisement for those movies, those shows, those businesses. If you work for a good company and they're looking for workers, you know, you're the first person to say, hey, go on there and go work. trucking companies have actually made it to where now they give bonuses and sign-up bonuses for any of their drivers that recommend those companies, okay? And what happens is you get a little extra money, they get a good driver, that driver gets a sign-on bonus, and everybody's happy across the board, and the trucking company still makes money. The same goes with all of, right now McDonald's is going up to $15, $20 an hour, which means some places are not paying that. Why? Because that means they have to raise their prices and stuff. But they're going to have to in order to keep good help going from a professional place to a place like McDonald's. Now, there's nothing wrong with McDonald's, but McDonald's main feature always was in their management, just like Walmart. Their main money is in their management. Their main money is in their supervisors. The people that have been there the longest is where the money is. So if you're trying to go and get a better job or a lot of people don't know that this whole thing is about how to do something better, how to get to that next position, how to get to that next job, how to do that next brick and mortar store, how to do that next sale, okay? And believe it or not, it all boils down to one thing. You and your confidence. You and your belief system, okay? So, I can write up here on the board all day long. Give me a second, everybody. I gotta erase up there now. So, in other words, if you're going to go for something, it's going to be based on your belief system, how you feel about something. Somebody that believes in what they do, okay, some of the people that kind of really drove me crazy while life was going on are people that here, give it to me and, I'll tell everybody about it, but I just don't want the product. I'll go sell your product, I just don't want to use your product. Well, I tell you what, I never buy anything from anybody that does not use their own product. Why would you buy vitamins from a person that doesn't buy vitamins from themselves, and instead they go to the place you're already going to, like Walmart or County Market or Hy-Vee, or they're going to the dollar store, or they're going and they're getting their vitamins cheaper places, but they're trying to tell you that you need to buy their vitamins. Well, the thing about it is, today what we're going to go into, besides from the what, is also belief, okay? If you don't believe in yourself, almost done, sorry, I can't write on it, but it's kind of wet, so. Alright. So we are going to go into what I referred, okay? We want to put up here, so after the what, the next thing is belief, okay? Next week we're going to break all these down one at a time, but right now, take a look at this, okay? What is your belief, okay? Belief is your reason, okay? So belief is your reason. Great, Belief is your motivation. Everybody here has been talking about motivation all the time. Motivation. Believe it or not, all this stuff is actually motivation. But this is your belief. When I get excited about something and people start listening, when I'm doing it in the parades, and I love the military, and I love the Marine Corps to that, and I'm sitting there getting excited about it, and I'm sitting there running, and I'm hyper, and I'm telling everybody how great they are, When I used to teach swim lessons, and I would just hop in the water to show all these kids, the thing about it is, I had a belief in that I could teach the kids how to swim. They had a belief in me that they weren't going to drown. So guess what they did? They followed me into the water. Why? Because I gave them the belief. And when I gave them the belief, whether they were scared or not, they did it because they got excited about it. They did it because the excitement overpowered their ability of feeling the fear. Remember, fear is not real. Fear is just something we tell ourselves because we think there's danger. Danger is real, fear is not. And we tell that to everybody. But our belief is how we get through the fear. This is how we get through the fear. How we conquer fear. Okay? Yeah. This is how we conquer fear. Have you ever watched Fear Factor or anything else? How did people conquer the fear? They just went and did it. Some people could not get past their fear, but then all of a sudden you realize that they're not getting bit by anything. They're not being attacked by anything. They're not falling off of anything and actually hurting themselves because it was fear. If you have enough belief, you can get through your fear. You can conquer your fear. Now, what is your belief? Okay, a salesperson goes out, has to talk to somebody, right? So everything in life is sales. That's the first thing you got to understand right now. Get out of your head that, that you're not a salesperson. You are. Every one of us is a salesperson. Just because we're not selling encyclopedias door to door, or selling vacuums door to door, or selling anything door to door does not mean that you're not into sales. Anytime you tell somebody something about a movie, about a food, about a restaurant, or anything else, you're selling somebody on that idea. You're going to the next level on that idea, okay? So if you have something that people need and you don't have a belief in it yourself, then no one's going to basically listen to you. They don't want to know anything about it. They don't really care what you're saying. If you can confuse a person because you get so excited, they're going to like come back and take another look because they're like, why is this person loving this so much? It's going to bother them to know that you love something so much that you're willing to tell them about it, okay? So you got to have excitement. When you have belief, you got to have excitement. So take, for instance, say you want to go work for, say, Gully Transportation, okay? Great trucking company, has got great benefits. Maybe you want to go work for Titan Wheel. Great company, they have great benefits. Maybe you want to go work for Napai Manufacturing. Great company, great benefits. Okay? Maybe you want to go and, maybe work in a mom and pop store because you like the idea of a smaller store, but you want to help them grow. Okay? So when you get there and you're like, you don't know anything about the company, they're not going to hire you. Why are they not going to hire you? Because you don't have the belief in their company that they do. And their belief is not about you going in there. If you go in there looking like crap, that means you never cared about the company. If you don't go in there without a resume or an application, you didn't care about the company. If they go in there and say, hey, what do you know about that? By nothing, just give me the job. You're not going to get the job. I promise you, you will not get the job. If you go into a trucking company like, yeah, I need a job. Can I drive a truck? No, you need a CDL. You need to know everything about it. But if you go in there with a level of excitement, that you love your profession, you love what you do, and you want to get to that next level, okay, you have to start at the lower levels. Just like when you start out in the Marine Corps as a private. Believe it or not, they actually give you a little excitement. Bring somebody in the Marine Corps with you, you're going to come in as a PFC. What? What do you mean I can become a PFC going in the Marine Corps? Easy. Bring in a friend. Why? Because you're bringing a friend along because you're showing that friend that you guys got belief in the Marine Corps. Maybe you want to get in the Army. Maybe you want to go for private, the PFC in the Army. Maybe you want to do something to where the bottom levels really don't matter that much. But if you can show that your belief system is there, that you're willing to learn, that you want to do more, you want to take this to higher levels, it'll be there. But it boils down to this, your belief. It's going to go into your excitement. Now, you actually have to go on to, okay, what are my reasons for being excited? Okay, great plans, great combination plan. It has a great, they build truck beds, they build all these beautiful trucks. Maybe they drive across the United States in a small family organized business. Oh, that's great. Maybe it's in sales like I do with like Legal Shield. Man, I can actually help somebody give the law back to them because, let's face it, we have gotten away from treating people with respect and believe, people are innocent until proven guilty, but we're in a system where we just want to throw people in jail for no reason whatsoever, or we want to falsely accuse people. Or maybe you want to get into somebody that's got great vitamins, but you don't want to get the ones that have been sold that you're getting basically garbage. They're putting garbage together, chopping up garbage, making little pills and giving it to you, saying they're good vitamins. You don't want that. You want the ones that are actually, man, you know what? I can feel the energy in me. I can feel the excitement. Maybe you found a great movie that makes you just feel inspired. The Green Mile, great movie. Guess what? It still has a little bit of energy where if people like it, they're going to tell other people about it. How about the movie The Sixth Sense, okay? People went in there, you got Bruce Willis in there, you're going in there, but how many of you like the movie The Sixth Sense? But then all of a sudden, plot twist, and a lot of people love the idea that it had a plot twist. Maybe not like the whole movie, but it gave a lot of people a lot of great ideas, okay? Now, why is all that creating excitement? It creates excitement about what you want to do. So what excites you? Whenever you go into a business, whenever you go into a new venture, you've got to be able to get into the excitement. Why do businesses that are in network marketing have these big conferences? Why do they want you to get on Zoom calls? Why do they want you to get on phone calls with other people? Why? Because they know right now you don't know what it's all about and you may not have the belief system yet. But the whole idea is the belief system is going to come from your heart. It's got to come from who you are. So if you have a belief system in something, if you have that excitement, that energy to actually pull yourself off the ground by your bootstraps, why do millionaires and billionaires and people that make all kinds of money, they lose everything and they're able to get it again? Because they know exactly what it is it takes to get it. They also have the excitement to do it again. Some people lose everything. Bill Gates gave away half of his fortune. As of today, he is now the second largest man in the world once again, outside of Elon Musk. Elon Musk, I think, is $238 billion, or a billion. I think Bill Gates is $215 billion, okay? Now think about it. They've given away half of their fortunes. Elon Musk is going to give away in taxes this year the highest that anybody has ever paid in taxes in the history of mankind. What does that tell you? But they're able to lose everything and get it all back. Elon Musk can sell off everything he's got. He can give away everything, and he would actually be back in just a matter of months or years at the same position he's at. Why? Because it's his belief. And he can take any company and he can find belief in whatever company he goes into. So if you're going into a job and you want to do great for that job and you want that job, then you got to have the belief of that job. If you want to go become a truck driver, you got to have the belief to be a truck driver. If you want to go into sales, you got to have the belief in what it is you're selling. Maybe you're selling a vacuum cleaner, and somebody before you, oh look, you get a vacuum cleaner. You're not going to buy something that somebody doesn't believe in. But if somebody goes, man, you got to see this vacuum cleaner. It slices. It sucks. The Jinsu knives. They gave it a Japanese name, yet it's an American company. A lot of people know what the Jinsu knife is. And you know what? They put belief in it. Look at this. Look how good it can slice. It can slice a can, slice a tomato. Watch, watch the Saturday morning infomercials and look at the excitement they're putting out there and why they actually sell so many. Because it's all about belief in the very thing it is you're doing, or the thing that you're selling, or the thing that you're taking. Okay? Why do people love cars so much? Okay? Go into this one. Why did the Gremlin not sell? Because there was no belief in the car after it was made. It looked like a piece of crap. Nowadays, you can. It's a kind of a idle type car, but no one really believed in it, so it didn't sell very well. Now, of course, it's like an older type car, and it can actually sell for a lot of money, but there was no belief in it. Okay? So whenever you're trying to get jobs, now getting back on focus again. Whenever you're going in for a job, whenever you're going in for a purpose, you got to have that belief. If you're going to be a truck driver and you want to haul across the country, but you don't like driving, then how are you going to haul across the country? You've got to find a belief in the very thing it is that you don't want to do, that you need to do in order to get what you want. So if all of a sudden you're a truck driver and you want to drive truck, okay, you got to find a belief in it, the very thing it is that you're doing. Do you love driving truck? Do you like going state to state? When I joined the Marine Corps, I wasn't all thrilled about being told what to do every single day, but I had a belief in the doing good for my country, standing proud, and I got to travel, okay? And I also knew that I needed that extra discipline. So I had a belief that I could actually get the discipline I needed in the Marine Corps in order to get my college later on. I knew it wasn't going to happen right away. Why? Because I was lazy. I was tired. I wasn't doing anything around home. I'd rather just, work and not really care about anything. But when I found my belief in something, I found that I really enjoyed everything I did. Then I started learning to find belief in stuff, okay? Now, I know a lot of people have belief in religion and their faith and their spirituality and stuff like that. That's great. But the very first thing you got to do is you got to have belief in yourself. So we're going to put that now. You got to have belief in yourself. That's the very first thing, okay? Number one. Belief in self. Okay? Now, how do you know if you have the belief in yourself? It's a good question. How do you know if you have belief in yourself? Because no one's going to shake you whenever they come up and say, talk nasty about you or have the drama around you. You believe in yourself enough to know that, you know what, I don't want to let these pollutants get into my head. And you know that, guys, guess what? If you stick around these